Hey my beautiful peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your mid-July 2023 all signs check-in video. How are you? I hope all is well. I do want to mention before we start, I have a pretty interesting thing for you today. So we're going to get into the tarot, but that's going to be part 2 of this video. It's going to be within the same video. I'll have everything timestamped for you, but for the first portion of the video, what I wanted to do was a little bit of automatic writing for each zodiac sign. So from Aries to Pisces, I took some time, channeled some messages throughout, with automatic writing, if you will. So I have all those messages for each sign. I want to give it a test. Let me know if you guys like it. If you have any good positive feedback, if it resonates with you, cool. If it's something you want to see more, definitely let me know. So we'll go through Aries to Pisces on that first, and then in the second portion of the video, I'll go over your tarot for the mid-month portion of mid-July. I do want to mention, if you're interested in personal readings, products, and so much more, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description below. I do have a summer sale going on, so if you want 20% off on a 15-minute personal reading with me, feel free to use code SUMMER23 for 20% off. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here and we'll see what we got going on. So for Team Aries, we're going to hop on into you guys here first. So the message that came through here for you guys for mid-July says, pay more attention to detail in your life. What you think is missing, you may already have. Now, this is one of those situations in life where sometimes things can be very easily overlooked. You know, there's a lot of the time that you can find yourself saying that, oh, I don't know, I don't have any good things going for me, I don't have any positive things, I don't have any love in my life. But it's like, maybe you're looking over your family, for example, when it comes to love, your friends, your romantic partner, right? You know, saying you don't have good things going for you. Maybe you're overlooking a really good job. Maybe you're overlooking a really nice house that you have. So this is kind of the energy here where I feel like the universe is trying to say, by paying more attention to detail and bringing into your awareness the stuff you have in your life essentially that's going good for you and that you have going for you in general is going to be a really positive thing here for you at this time. You know, it could be very easy sometimes to overlook a lot of the stuff we have and claim that we're not abundant with it or claim that it's missing from our lives. So I feel like you're being called here to pay more attention to detail because what you feel is missing, maybe you feel like you're not getting enough love, maybe you feel like you don't have enough money, maybe you don't feel like you have enough of something. It might already be within your life and maybe you're just overlooking it here at this time. So Aries, definitely pay more attention to detail in your life. What you think is missing, you may already have, okay? Hopping on in now into our Taurus for your automatic portion. We got here, laugh a little more, live a little more. It seems like tension and stress may be high. Engage in activities that promote an inner calm. So coming into mid-July, if you do find yourself in like a very serious kind of King of Swords-ish attitude where you're taking things very seriously, but you're also very stressed because you're kind of in a place where you can't relax. You can't really become the fool where you can let go, you can be at ease, you can kind of take away the tension, right? I don't know if you're dealing with high stress situations. Some of you might be. Maybe you're dealing with high stress situations in work and your relationships and your family. But if you're not dedicating time here to reach your inner calm, it's going to be more difficult to operate and find success in whatever it is that you have going on, right? Usually the more stressed out we are about something, we have a tendency to not think as clearly. We have a tendency to become more stressed because stress doesn't really allow us an open channel or a flow to get things done, but instead stress can actually become a blockage. So I do feel here for Taurians that have been dealing with any sort of tension or high stress situations, laugh a little more, live a little more, engage in activities that promote the inner calm. If you have some extra time, go meditate. It's summertime. If you have some extra time on a weekend, go to the beach, hang out with some friends, you know, do stuff that's going to be basically inviting in any sort of kind of inner calm type of energies here. I think it's really going to benefit you here at this time. The more you can find an inner calm, also the more you can channel flow. So if you're stressed and you feel like that's creating more blockages for you, you want to find that inner calm so that you can be in the state of a flow. And when you're in a flow state, it's much easier to tackle whatever you're dealing with here at this time, okay? All right, though, Taurus, that's what I have here for you. Hopping on into the Gemini, let's see what we got. Gemini, it says, have you been getting deep inside your head? Sometimes simple is good. Disengage with the complexity of life and live a simple life this month. Yes, sometimes simplicity is really an awesome thing. You know, for me personally, I'm a person that can have a very complex life from time to time, but I do enjoy the simple things in life. And those simple things are going out to dinner, one night of the week, enjoying maybe a nice pizza and hanging out with my partner and watching a movie and not having to kind of overcomplicate what I need to be doing, kind of just hitting my tasks of what I should be doing and just living a very simple life. Wake up, go to work, finish work, come home, eat some dinner, relax. Sometimes it's a lot better because when we can get really wrapped inside our head or really wrapped inside the complexities of life, not only can we kind of drive ourselves to a point where we're driving ourselves a little bit nuts, but it can be pretty stress inducing and it could be a lot to deal with, right? It could definitely become a burden after some time. So I feel for any Geminis that are kind of in this space coming into mid-July, it would definitely be to your best benefit to maybe slow down a little bit. Enjoy more of the simple things in life, kind of try to lead and live a little bit of a more simple life. It might be a lot more relaxing and a lot more calming here for you coming into the second half of July. All right though, Gemini, moving on in here to the Cancer, Team Cancer. We have here, watch what you reinforce. Just as you can positively reinforce things in life, you may reinforce negative things as well. Now, this is a very important one, and this is something that I always teach. I'm a massive teacher of positive reinforcement, but negative reinforcement is just as powerful. So you want to basically tap into your awareness this month, coming into mid-July 2023. You want to be as aware as you can of catching any sort of things you may be negatively reinforcing. If you tell yourself, I don't know, man, it always feels like I have bad luck. I pretty sure somebody in your life that constantly says that. I'm always so unlucky, man. Why does it always happen to me? The more we reinforce these types of negative things in our lives, the more we're not only manifesting and creating that, but the more that's the energy we're living in. So it starts to become a belief, right? The reason why I teach positive reinforcement is because I want you to positively reinforce things in your life over and over again so that they do become a positive belief. But if we keep on negatively reinforcing things in our lives, they can become a negative belief about our reality, and that can start to become what our reality is, because perception is reality. So for any Cancers who are watching, awareness is key coming into mid-July 2023. If you have been positively reinforcing things, that's great and fantastic, but I want you to catch, what have you been negatively reinforcing? If you have. If you haven't, that's fantastic. If you have, catch what you've been negatively reinforcing and then add positive reinforcement to it. Take the negative, turn it into a positive, and keep on flipping those negative thoughts into positive thoughts so that they form into positive beliefs, okay? That would be my advisory here for Cancers jumping into mid-July. Now, moving on forward here from Cancer, we're jumping into Leo. Leo, hello. You have here, it says, prepare yourself. Hard work pays off. Maybe a new job, a new beginning. Stay focused and know that this is all worth it. So I kind of feel in mid-July a little bit of an overwhelming energy for you. Typically when something new manifests in your life, new job, new beginning, whatever the case may be for you, it could be a time of hard work. It could be a time of adjustment, and it might feel like it's a lot. You might feel a little overwhelmed, but I want you to know here that the hard work's going to pay off. So continue to stay focused and know that it's all worth it. Because usually when we're going through maybe high periods of feeling super overwhelmed, sometimes we may ask ourselves, is this all worth it? Am I doing the right thing? I feel like you're being directed coming into mid-July to not doubt where you're at and to know you're at where you're at for a reason, and that it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. So I wouldn't be involved in, or more so entertain, any ideas of wondering, is this worth it or is this the right thing? I think you're exactly where you need to be. And ultimately, if you keep on putting in the work, if you keep on, putting in, what's the word that I'm looking for here? The focus, right? If you keep on focusing and just doing what you got to do, it's all going to work out okay. So you got to trust yourself and trust the process, Leo. All right, guys. All right, baby. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Getting on into the Virgo. Virgo, this says, be your biggest cheerleader this month, not your biggest analyst. And this is a major key moment to talk about here coming into the month of mid-July, because at the end of the day, when we become our biggest analysts, when we're overcritical of ourselves, we're not coming from a place of support. We're not coming from a place of love. I think that there is a certain amount of love, more like tough love, we can give to ourselves when we are honest with ourselves and critical in certain scenarios. But when we're being very overly critical, specifically about the littlest things, and that may lead to kind of putting ourselves down and things of that nature here as well, we want to be careful with that. So Virgo, if you can be your biggest cheerleader this month, I think it would be a big benefit here to you. And if you have been noticing that you have been very overcritical about yourself, even if it's about like the littlest things, like, oh my God, this plate is not fully clean as I'm doing the dishes. I can't believe it. I really suck at doing dishes. It's like, if you're being that overcritical about yourself, I think it's time to take a step back and ask yourself, why am I putting myself down? And why am I not supporting myself? One thing I'm going to leave you guys off before we move on to the next sign is that at the end of the day, sure, you can have people in life support you, but nobody's ever going to really have your back like you have your own. You are stuck with yourself for life. Point blank, period. You may not be stuck with other people for life or other situations, but you are stuck with you for life. And the better you can treat yourself, the more you can be your biggest supporter, the more you can be your own backbone and support, the more you can trust and rely on yourself to know that everything's going to be okay. And the more you can become your biggest cheerleader, because not everybody else out there will always be a cheerleader or somebody who wants to support you. Sometimes there are going to be people here that may not come in for support, so at least you can rely on yourself. And it is a really beautiful and awesome feeling when you can support yourself too, mentally, physically, emotionally, right? So I get that feeling here. Watch out for being way too overcritical. Watch out for being an analyst. Don't be your biggest analyst, Virgo, but instead be your biggest cheerleader. You deserve to be able to support yourself. All right. Love you guys. Let's go ahead and move on forward. Thank you, Virgo, for tuning on in. We're going to go ahead and hop into the Libra. Let me turn the page here real quick. Libra, your message here says, whatever you're thinking can't be fixed, it can. Remove the disbelief and believe in yourself instead. So I definitely do feel for some of you. You might be at a point where you're reinforcing beliefs that something cannot be fixed, something can't be changed, something's just not going to go right for you, something's not going to happen for you. And this is where you want to watch out, because whether or not you believe that to be true, you can fix anything you want to fix. But when we get caught up in the perception and the belief that you cannot fix something, you physically won't try anymore, because you're like, you know what? I just believe that this is how it's going to be, so that's how it's going to be. So you want to watch out right now for reinforcing that you can't fix something, you can't get through something, you can't do this, you can't do that. Replace that word with can't and replace that shit with can, okay? Point blank, period, because you definitely can. So I mentioned here, right, in the second portion of what I said remove the disbelief and believe in yourself instead. This is definitely a time to believe in yourself. If you would be willing to remove the disbelief you have and being able to fix something, you will start to see that things are actually starting to work out for you. If you would start to believe in yourself instead and believe in your ability to fix your situation, you are going to have much more of an easier time getting a solution to whatever it is you may be dealing with here at this time. Also, when we're in a period of time where we're in disbelief, we're creating a mental blockage that's going to basically keep us stuck from getting to where we want to go or fixing whatever we want to work on. So Libras, my advisory to you is remove that disbelief, start reinforcing belief within yourself and your power and your capability of fixing a situation you might be dealing with here in mid-July, and you're going to start to see change, okay? All right, though, Team Libra, thank you for stopping by. Hopping into the Scorpio, what message do we have for you? It says, someone's in a good mood, less stressed, more social, more busy. Keep active. It's going to be really good for you. So I do feel a really nice energy of relief for Scorpios this month coming into the second half of July. I just get that feeling of like you're busy, you're social, you're out and about. It's summer, you're hitting the beach, you're hanging out with friends, maybe you're going to a bar. It's a good time. I think that the more active you're going to continue to be, the more of a positive and good mood you're going to continue to be in. Busy is good, right? When we're busy, we're doing our thing. We're not getting caught up in our head, because sometimes when you got too much time to think, all you're going to be doing is thinking. You know what I mean? When we have way too much time to think, we're just going to be thinking. And sometimes we can think ourselves into places that are maybe not the most positive or maybe not where we want to be. So I feel like keeping active is going to be to your best benefit here this month, Scorpio. So with that being said here for you, keep active. It's going to be really good for you. I feel like you're in a great mood here at this time. Keep busy. I like it. And keep on enjoying yourself here moving throughout the rest of July. All right, Scorpio. Moving on to Sagittarius, your message here says you cooked up a plan that is now on the back burner. Quit avoiding that thing and prioritize. Okay, so Sagittarius, something's going on here coming into mid-July where maybe you did come up with some sort of plan. Whether that was a plan for your career, a plan for your future, plan for your relationship, XYZ, you have come up with some sort of plan of something that you're intrigued in and that you would like to do. But it feels like you've placed it on the back burner. It doesn't seem like it's been a priority. Instead, it seems like maybe it's been avoided. And I'm not sure for what that reason is, whatever reasoning that you are avoiding the situation. Maybe you feel too busy. Maybe there is something that's making you a little nervous or worrisome, but I do feel like the universe is trying to say this is the time to focus up. If you're setting yourself out to do something, hold yourself accountable until you get it done. I feel like that's kind of the vibe coming in here for you, like a very King of Swords kind of energy, very disciplined. It's like if I'm setting out to do this, I'm going to make sure I do this. I'm going to hold myself accountable to make sure I get that going. So prioritize for sure and quit avoiding that thing. This is the time to take that plan off the back burner and bring it to the front of the stove. All right, Sagittarius? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. We're now going to go ahead and hop on into the Capricorn. Going into Capricorns here, it says you're noticing good changes in your situation. Don't doubt them or be suspicious. Instead, enjoy it. A lot of the time when things may suddenly change, we can be very used to the way that things used to be, right? So considering that we're not used to new changes, especially the healthy changes coming into life, we could feel a little suspicious. We could be like, is this too good to be true? And that's one of the statements that I despise the most in life, because when people get in the energy of is it too good to be true? What you're doing is you're basically self-sabotaging and you're telling yourself, wait, this situation, it's not normal for me. So in a way, I can't accept it. And because I can't accept it, I'm not going to believe it's good. So with that being said, I'm not going to be able to enjoy a good situation. I'm just going to continue to be suspicious of it and basically kind of continue to be that way until that situation proves me correct that it's not so good. So Capricorns, I want you to watch out for that, okay? Definitely enjoy the good changes that are showing up in your life in whatever area they're showing up in, and don't doubt them. Don't doubt the process. Don't be suspicious, but instead enjoy what you have right in front of you. If you have a good change, enjoy it. Live it up to the best of your ability. Anything can change at any second, at any moment, at any time for the better. And I want you guys to believe that because it's absolutely true. All right, Capricorns? All right, guys, moving on forward here from the Cappy, we're going to hop on into Aquarius. Let's have a look at your channeled message. It says, what are you welcoming in your life? If you feel stuck, ask yourself, am I really open? Yeah, that's a big one right there. So what are you welcoming in your life? If you feel stuck, ask yourself, am I really open? Sometimes when we feel stuck within our lives, we might not be aware that we've actually been closed off. And it definitely has happened to me tons of times. But we might think we're open. We might think we're doing everything we should be doing. We might think we've been, open to receive so much abundance and blessings. But sometimes we're closed off a lot more than we give ourselves credit for, a lot more than we think. So I feel like this is definitely a time in mid-July to be as aware as you can of what are you welcoming in your life? Really ask yourself that question. And at the same time, after you kind of figure out what you have been welcoming in your life, ask yourself, what have I not welcomed in my life? Actually, I kind of want to recommend making a list. I think that would be really beneficial. I like lists. I like making and writing and scripting. So I think this could be a big help for you, Aquarius. It's kind of like make a list, down the middle, and put on one side of the list what you feel like you have been welcoming in your life. And then once you finish that, I want you to get really deep. I want you to analyze and ask yourself, what have I not been welcoming in my life? Or what have I not prioritized to welcome in my life? What have I not been so open to in my life? You might be kind of shocked with the results you get. You might be shocked with the answers you get. So Aquarius, sometimes we might think, oh, we're really open, we're really welcoming, but we might be really closed off. And it might not necessarily be that we're stuck, but instead it might just be that maybe we haven't focused so much on being super open to the kinds of things that we've wanted. So ask yourself that question. If I feel stuck, am I really open? And if you're not, then go ahead and work through what you can to open yourself up to the blessings that you are wishing to receive, okay? All right, beautiful Aquarius, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Lastly, the Pisces, the fish. Let's see what's up. What's your channel message? So it says bonus ? It could be in career, potentially, Pisces. Bonus immediately came to me. So I was getting that feeling here of like a career. There might be 2 buns in the oven. So maybe you're getting a bonus. Okay. You might be having twins for those Pisceans that are pregnant. If so, congratulations. But I'm getting that energy here where it's like there definitely could be big career moves happening for you coming into the second half of July. So this could be increase in money. This could be promotion. This could be raise. So that's really good stuff. It says things are coming back to you tenfold at this time. Trust it, feel it, believe it. So Pisces, I feel like this is a return of some sort, a return on investment. So whether you've invested a lot of good into a partnership, you've invested a lot of good into your career, this is the time where things are coming back to you tenfold. You're getting that return on your investment. Of course, universe here is saying, trust it, feel it, believe it. Because remember, life is not about seeing to believe, but it's more about believing to be able to see. So I want you guys to be in a very trusting energy at this time that you are getting a good return on your investment, because all the good you put out there is most definitely going to be coming on back to you. Okay, Pisces? So that's what I want to mention here to you at this time. As I mentioned, though, it definitely could be career moves for many of you. But if it's not in reference to career, could be a good ROI on anything else. Really, that's just kind of the way that I'm seeing it here for you. So Pisces, I like it. It's bonus time, okay? Of course, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Pisces, thank you so much for coming on out here nonetheless, okay? And all right, though, guys, with that being said, that was part 1 here of the mid-month check-in. I did a little bit of an automatic writing session with you guys. I thought it was super fun. If you did enjoy it, please let me know in the comments below. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to the second part of the video where we get on into your tarot reading for mid-July 2023. So guys, I'll see you over there and enjoy. Aries, what's up? Let's see what's going on here for you for your mid-July 2023. So what do we got going on here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout your mid-July 2023 tarot. What information do we got showing up here for you at this time? Let's check it out. Starting out here with the overall energy. Look at that. We got here the Fool card, which is the Aries card. Having a look at the current energy. We got a 9 of Wands, what you're dealing with. We got a Page of Cups. And then having a look here at the outcome for mid-July, we have here the Magician. So starting out here with the Fool card coming into play here for you. Fool card represents the energy of new beginnings, the energy of release and letting go. It's about not really being afraid of what comes next. You're packing light, you're traveling light, and you're moving to a new destination. So I feel like for many of you guys coming into mid-July here, it is in a way releasing baggage or dropping the baggage, because it's like I want to travel forward where I'm not carrying so much weight. The Fool packs very light because the Fool is not taking a full luggage or 5 or 6 luggages on an airplane or to his destination. The Fool here says, I'm going to travel really light because I want to move forward without bringing everything with me. So I'm getting the feeling here for you where it's like I'm not trying to bring baggage with me going forward. Coming into the second half of July, I want to move forward and be a lot more lighter. Having a look here at the current energy for you, we do have here the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands here represents an energy that's typically associated as the wounded warrior in the tarot. I do feel here for you with the 9 of Wands, it's not so much necessarily about the wounds and the burdens, but it's more about how long you've sat with those wounds and burdens. I think that the 9 of Wands has kind of become a bit of a comfort for you. And what's interesting is that at the time that we're reading this, we did just have the new moon in Cancer. New moon in Cancer is really about stepping out of our comfort zone on a collective level, not just for like the zodiac of Cancer or anything in that nature too. So we're being called to step out of our comfort zone. Sometimes even being wounded, sometimes even having tons of baggage can become a comfort zone. That can be the story that we tell ourselves. It could be the past that we continue to live in. It could be the unfortunate events that occurred or happened in our lives. We can become comfortable in those energies, even if those energies aren't all that high vibrating. So I feel here for you guys coming into mid-July, it's like I'm ready to step out of that comfort. I don't want to be comfortable in situations in life that might have been burdensome to me, or in situations in my life that didn't particularly make me happy, but instead I'm interested here in traveling light, moving forward, and not having these burdens continue to be around me or in my energy. Having a look at what you're dealing with here. Yeah, Page of Cups. I feel like you're bringing in a much more positive energy. You're bringing in a much more positive perspective here as well going forward. I do think that for many of you, you're looking to create positive change stepping into the second half of the month. Now, these positive changes can be anything, because it also depends on what your burdens were. Some of you guys could have faced financial burdens. You could have faced any sort of emotional burdens, any kind of wounds between friendships and family and loved ones. But I do see that overall here, it's like the energy that I'm going to provide and the energy that I'm going to bring going forward is going to be that of a positive energy. So not only are you dropping the baggage and moving on, but you're dropping the baggage and you're carrying and bringing in and inviting in a very positive perspective and a very positive energy to put out into the world and put out into your situations. having a look here at the outcome for you guys coming into mid-July, we do have here the Magician. Magician card here says, I am the creator of my reality. So whatever it is that I invest my energy into is the type of return that I'm going to get. So I definitely feel here for you that many of you are recognizing what I put out there is what I get back. I don't want to keep on putting out there maybe the same old story or reliving my past or put out there unfortunate events or say that, you know, this is what my life is when I don't want my life to be this way. But instead, I want to put out some good stuff. I want to put out some positivity, some love, and some really great things going for me. So with that being said, you're going to continue going forward here now, dropping the burdens, letting it go. And as you move forward here in mid-July, you have a positive perspective, positive energy to bring to the table. And you're being very aware with a Magician card here that what it is you put out is what it is you get back. So I definitely feel like for many of you, there's a pretty big perspective change coming in here for you. Some of you guys may have recently got into law of attraction, manifesting, things of that nature. If that's the case here for you, Magician can be representing that you're practicing those methods. So that could be the case here too. And I'm sure you'll have a heck of a fun journey with that, because I remember when I first got into law of attraction and manifestation, it was quite a very fun journey, especially seeing small things manifest at first, but then inevitably moving to much, much more bigger things being manifested as well. So I like it. It's a cool journey, and it is the fool's journey. It's a new beginning too, in the way that you may see life. I think that for many of you guys here too, this perception change is kind of like just the beginning to the way that you're going to view your life and the person that you're becoming going forward. So Aries, I love it. Take it if it resonates, guys. Leave it if it doesn't. But thank you so much for stopping by. Rolling on in though to the Taurus. Taurus, let's see what's going on here for you regarding your mid-July 2023. Let me just get your cards together here real quick, and we'll see what we got going on. Hopping on into the Bulls. What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking? And what's popping? What do we got showing up here for Taurus throughout mid-July 2023? Messages here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here for you. Dun, dun, dun. Let's check it out. Starting out with the overall energy for you, we got a 10 of Swords. Looking at the current energy, the Sun, what you're dealing with here, 9 of Wands. And then the outcome for you, Ace of Pentacles. Really nice to see, actually, for sure. So let's go ahead and get started here, Taurus. We start here with the 10 of Swords. Typically a card that represents some sort of ending happening or that occurred here in your life. This can be an ending within family, friendships. It could be an ending within, and by the way, when I mention family, I mean like a personal relationship, right? So maybe you're ending a personal relationship with a family member, a friend, a lover. This could be changes happening in your career. So you might be seeing that you no longer really resonate with a certain career path. You might be thinking and deciding to change that up here too at this time as well. But 10 of Swords, the ending of some sort of cycle here happening in your life. You know, looking at the current energy, we got here Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune represents completion, but it also represents new beginnings. So when the wheel has completed its cycle, it is time for a new cycle to start. So I do see new cycles coming in here for you, Taurus. I also think though that with the new cycles coming in here for you, you're a little concerned because you don't know what to expect of what's coming next. We got here the 9 of Wands. And 9 of Wands here is an energy that can represent feeling a little bit stuck, or it could definitely represent kind of keeping to yourself here at this time. It could represent somebody who's just a little bit worried and is holding back a bit. So I feel like for you, Taurus, the energy of not having a secure future in front of you, I feel is a little bit of a scary feeling. And it definitely is. You know, me being a Cancer myself, if I can't have security in certain areas of my life, yeah, I get a little panicky, I get a little freaked out. So I totally get where you're coming from. And especially with the new moon in Cancer we just had, I find it very fascinating that you're experiencing this energy as well, because the full moon in Cancer is trying to, or sorry, the new moon in Cancer is trying to basically teach us to get out of our comfort zone and create a new revenue of security. And that's what's going to be happening here for you. So there could be some job changes happening, right? So you could be getting out of maybe a job that wasn't providing security any longer. Now it's time to get aligned here. Ace of Pentacles, right? Looking at the outcome, new opportunity. Now it's time to get aligned here to a new job that serves that purpose of creating really good security for you. It could be the same thing with emotional security in your relationships. You know, if you were dealing with people that didn't make you feel very secure within your relationship, maybe this is the time of getting ready to have the opportunity to meet new people that are going to come in here for you and that are going to secure those types of relationships with you and bring you those emotional needs being met. So I like it a lot for you. You know, I think that right now it's a little scary because It's like, I don't know what's coming next. I don't know the security of my future. I can't tell what my future is going to be, but I think that you guys are a lot closer to the next step than you realize, and you're going to start to see that next step formate for you coming into the second half of July. So Taurus, hang on a little bit longer. Things are coming, things are shifting, things are moving. I wouldn't be too concerned or too worried. Just know that your cycle here has been completed, but if a cycle is completed, there always has to be a new cycle coming in for you. So there will be something coming in here quite shortly. All right, my bull gang. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Moving on forward though from Taurus, we're gonna go ahead and have a look here at the Gemini for your second half of July. So let's see what's up here with you, baby. What do we got going on here for the lovely and amazing Gemini gang? What's popping? Messages coming in for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-July 2023. What's going to be showing up here for Team Gemini? Messages coming in here for the Gems. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-July 2023. Having a look here at the overall energy for you. We got here the Three of Cups. Taking a look at the current energy. We have here the Queen of Cups, what you're dealing with here. Nine of Wands, looking at the outcome here for you. We got here a Ten of Cups showing up here as well. Taurus actually had the Nine of Wands show up in their reading too. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, or you might have it somewhere in your chart. Now, the overall energy coming in here for you, Three of Cups, relatively positive energy. It is the energy of rejoice, enjoying yourself, really enjoying some sort of situation. Could be identified as happiness too, but the Sun's a little bit more of that kind of card that represents happiness. But this is joy for sure. Now, having a look at the current energy paired here with the overall, we have here the Queen of Cups. So I do think that you are going to be a lot more expressive. You'll find this. You're going to be a lot more loving, expressive, really around people that are a good vibe here coming into the second half of July. I do get that feeling here where this could be possibly, if you have created new friendships, you're noticing that these are people that mean a lot to you. These are people that you really are starting to care about. And as you're forming these relationships with these people, you're very happy overall with the fact that you've created new friends. And if it's not even about new friendships, it very well likely also could be about a new relationship. So if there's a new romantic partner coming into play here for you, it's somebody here you're really getting your feelings invested in, and you're happy so far with the person. There's a lot to enjoy. There's a lot of rejoice here showing up overall. But I want to talk about what you're dealing with here, because what you're dealing with is the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is an energy to an extent that can represent a person holding back. So I think that for some of you Geminis here, let's say right now, if you have a good situation in front of you that's making you happy, I feel like there is more that you can be expressing. Let's say, for example, that this is friendships. You have room to be more of yourself, but I think that there's a part of you that's holding back, and that might be because of past and previous situations where you felt like, I've put myself out there in the past, and maybe other people didn't resonate with what you've put out. Maybe other people didn't necessarily show up and say, I love this authentic self, or I love you, Gemini, for who you truly are. And as painful as that can be, because trust me, I've had tons of people who never loved me for who I truly was. At the end of the day, you have to put it in this perspective that isn't it much better to be around people who genuinely love the authentic version of who you are? Because those people that stick around, they stick around for the real you. The people that stick around for half of you or what they want you to be aren't going to be sticking around for the true and authentic you. So Geminis, I'm getting the feeling here that if there's a part of you that's holding back of really expressing who you truly are, this is going to be the time to step out of that discomfort, especially if you're dealing with past experiences that have made you so uncomfortable in the first place. This is going to be the time to step out of discomfort and really tap into saying, hey, it might be a little weird, might be a little bit nerve-wracking, but this is me. I'm Gemini. I'm going to show you all of who I am. And you know what? I think that they're going to love you. Looking at the outcome, we got here the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups here represents massive emotional fulfillment and massive amounts of love to give. So if you're a Gemini and you're a little fearful of showing your true self, showing your true nature to people, whether these are new friendships, whether this is love related, maybe you're a little nervous in your career of maybe showing all that you're capable of. At the end of the day, really just shining and being who you are this month is what is going to be the number one best thing for you, Gemini, because it's going to attract the authentic people who truly love you for you and all of who you are. And I really see that happening here. So Gemini, it's your time to shine. And I feel like shining, guys, is going to be the best thing for you, to your benefit for sure. So don't be in that Nine of Wands energy. Don't hold back, guys. Be 100% you, and you will see a really, really awesome difference in the people that are connecting with you. Okay? Love it, guys. Awesome. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our Gemini. We're going to go ahead now and move on forward. Thank you, Gemini, though, for stopping by. And we're going to hop on into the Cancer. Team Cancer, what's going on here for your mid-July? Just had the new moon in Cancer. Hope you guys are doing well from that new moon. And let's see what's going on here for you for your mid-July 2023. We had two cards come out here for you. We have here a Queen of Swords and a Five of Swords showing up here. Cancer, this could be about cutting out frustration. So this is a pre-message to your message, but this could be about cutting out frustrations or removing anything that has been creating any sort of roadblocks or frustrations in your life. So I get the feeling here for you, Cancer. These are probably self-inflicted frustrations. Maybe you've been getting really stuck inside your head and you've been resonating with thoughts that upset you or bother you or irritate you, but this is about getting out of your head and recognizing that you have the power of choice. No matter what you think, right? You're not necessarily your thoughts, but the thoughts you choose to recognize and you choose to put energy and belief into can be who you become. So you want to be mindful of what kind of thoughts you're resonating with and what kind of thoughts you're putting belief into, okay? Is what I'm seeing here for you. But let's go ahead and shuffle up and see what's up. Look at my rhymes there, Cancer. Let's shuffle up and see what's up. What do we got going on here for Cancer throughout mid-July 2023? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Having a look at the overall energy. No, I was going to say Four of Cups for some reason, but that's a Six of Pentacles. Cool. Taking a look at the current energy, the Hermit, what you're dealing with, the King of Cups, having a look here at the outcome, Ace of Swords showing up here for you as well. Cancer, I'm picking up intuitively a lot about a support system. Like the people around you are really fucking good for you. And I think that by being a little bit more open to them and being a little bit more honest about what's going on and what you're feeling and what's happening is going to be really working to your benefit here, because the people that care about you are going to show it and prove it to you just how much they care. So I want to mention for you, Cancers, coming into the mid-month portion, Hermit card, if you happen to be keeping to yourself or really holding things in and bottling things up at this time that might be bothering you, upsetting you, hurting you, don't be afraid to lean on the shoulder of others who care about you, because there are tons of other people here showing up in your energy that really do care about you, whether that comes down to friends and family or your romantic partner or even your animal. Go hug a dog, go hug your puppy, okay, if you got a puppy, or your cat, all right? But at the end of the day, there's so much love here for Cancer, I feel, and I think that if you need a bit of a support, please don't be afraid to reach out this month, because I think you're going to be overwhelmed with just how much love and genuine support you have around you guys, okay? People want to see you win in your life. I want to fucking see you win in your life 110%. So most importantly though too, that despite the people that want to support you and show you the love and see you win in life, you want to have to see yourself win as well. You know, you're going to have to do your best here to say, I want to see myself win too. Because if you can put yourself in a winning perspective and see yourself winning, it's going to be a heck of a help to start winning and succeeding overall. But either way, Cancer, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Overall energy, Six of Pentacles. This is the energy here of balance. It's also the energy here of what you give is what you get. So at the end of the day, what you put in is what you get back. I think for you, Cancer, you've kind of been a spectator, or it feels like you've been a spectator in your own life. That's a weird feeling, isn't it? You know, it's a weird feeling, isn't it? Being a spectator in your own life, kind of watching things unfold, but not feeling like you can interfere and make the change. And I think that what the massive change is going to be here this month is that it's about not being a spectator anymore, but gaining back control. So if you felt like a spectator in your life, you're gaining back control here coming into the month of mid-July. Having a look at what you're dealing with, I do feel like the support's going to help. King of Cups, the love from other people is definitely most certainly going to help. But I think that accessing your own emotions and really using that power of emotions to drive you is what's going to be the biggest help here this month. And what I mean by using your power of emotions is, remember how I talked about earlier when I began your reading, that if you choose to, you're not necessarily your thoughts, but the thoughts you choose to believe are who you are. That right there is what I feel is coming up with the King of Cups. It's like, you know, if I have bad feelings about something, or if I'm upset about something, like, yeah, I can be upset. But if I have like a bad belief that makes me feel bad, I don't need to resonate with that anymore in my life. You know, if there are thoughts coming in your mind that don't serve you, you don't have to appease it or please it. You don't have to invest in it. You can let that shit go. if you really want to get deep and esoteric, we're not even necessarily always thinking our own thoughts, considering we're all a collective consciousness and a connected consciousness. The thoughts we pick up aren't always even entirely our own. So at the end of the day, you don't have to resonate with every thought you think, because it might not even be your own. Anyways, I feel like I'm getting very off topic, Cancer. Going back to the King of Cups for you guys. It's about recognizing I have the power to use my emotions to resonate with what makes me happy and with what makes me feel good. So let's say, for example, you have a negative thought that makes you feel bad. You can push that to the side. If you have a positive thought that makes you feel good, you can pour your investment into it. And the more that we create and reinforce positivity into our life, the more it's going to create and reinforce positive beliefs into our lives as well. I'm pretty sure, Cancer, for the automatic writing portion, I was talking about something similar to this, if I'm not mistaken. Either way though, Cancer, looking at the outcome, Ace of Swords, I feel a major epiphany moment coming in here for you. I'm also hearing here as well, granted this is an eagle, I'm hearing the phoenix rising from the ashes. I know it's an eagle though, but regardless, phoenix rising from the ashes, a new rebirth, a new dawn. You guys are definitely stepping into a vibe here coming into mid-July where you are not that spectator anymore in your life, but instead you have created control, you have taken control, and you have taken initiative here to choose to resonate with good things, positive things, and to put the work in and to have a good lookout on life. And I think that it's starting to change. Six of Pentacles, once again, being that overall energy of the reading, what it is you put in to the universe is what it is you get back. And I think you're going to start to notice those things shifting as well here at this time. You're going to start to see those things change. So Cancer, keep it up, seriously. You're not necessarily your thoughts, but the thoughts you choose to believe and resonate with is what your life and what you can become. So make sure here at this time, you continue putting belief in yourself, because your life is just a reflection of who you think you are. Okay, Cancer? All right, baby. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys, though, for stopping by. Happy birthday to you as well, and happy Cancer season. All right. Hopping on into the Leo, baby. What's going on here for the Lions? Let's go ahead and check it out. Team Leo, what's going on here for you throughout mid-July 2023? What do we got showing up here for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-July 2023. What do we got going on here for you? Let's go ahead and check it out. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, Leo, we have here the the Page of Wands. It's going to be in the upright. I didn't mean to shuffle reversals, so don't worry about that. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got here the Six of Pentacles, what you're dealing with, Three of Swords. Looking at the outcome here, we have here the Fool card. So taking a look here into your energy for mid-July, Page of Wands here to a Six of Pentacles in the upright position. I kind of get the feeling here for you, Leo, that there's definitely interest in something, and I feel like whatever you're taking interest in at this time can also be a person. So if it's a person, they're taking interest in you as well. This is representing mutual energy. So I just want to throw that out there real quick for any Leos. If you do happen to be interested in somebody, maybe in a passionate sense, in a romantic sense, it does feel mutual. So do keep that in mind here. Now, I do want to mention as well for Leos that are maybe kind of intrigued in a person for romantic purposes, you might be at a stage in your life where there could be some sort of guilt coming up about this. You have here a Three of Swords. Three of Swords can be the energy of a broken heart. So if you did happen to go through a breakup and you've been in the process of healing and moving on from that person, you might in a way feel kind of guilty to move on, because maybe you were holding out on hope that maybe you and this ex-partner would get back together. But looking at the outcome being the Fool card, this is the time to move forward. This is the time to not hold back, but instead to embrace the new opportunities coming towards you. So I just want to say word to the wise for Leos. If you have been waiting on a past partner in hopes that they may come back to you, I don't think this is the time here to wait on the past, but instead, if you have a new person showing up here in the present, you got a green light to go for it, is what the universe is saying. This is a green light for new love, a green light for new passion. Don't wait on the past. Don't let the past come knocking at your door, but instead, keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So just throwing that out there, you know, Three of Swords, maybe you're feeling a little guilty. It's like, I don't know, I was with my past person for a while. I really loved them. I really cared for them. I was hoping we'd reconcile, but universe is like, don't worry about reconciliation. You know, there's much better out there for you, and you have something cool showing up here now. Entertain it, dive into it, see what happens, and don't be afraid to completely move past your past partner, but instead embrace this new person. Now, I want to mention here too, Leo, if this is not about a past partner, if this is not about love, what could be happening here is you're noticing that you are separating yourself from something in your life. Three of Swords doesn't always have to be a card necessarily that represents heartbreak, but it definitely could be a card here that represents separation. You might be finding yourself really interested in new things with the Page of Wands. This could be about being interested in a new career path, maybe being interested in a new type of personal thing that you got going on. Hard to give examples of interests, right? But at the end of the day, I do feel like there are new interests arising for you that are going to be working to your benefit, that are going to be pretty healthy too. I do see here that if you're adding more healthy activities into your life, it is going to help a lot. I do see like if this is about adding more activities of exercise, adding more activities of maybe eating healthier or something of that nature, like if you're doing a cleanse or if you want to just start maybe moving into more of a healthier diet or something of that nature, I see that those things may be really helping out your body here at this time. There's a lot showing up here about like the nourishment of your body, treating your body as a temple, right? So I do see that showing up for Leo peeps as well here coming into mid-July. So I love that energy for you too. Doing healthy shit for you definitely helps out, not even just on a physical level too, but even on a mental level as well. Doing healthy shit gets healthy results, point blank, period. So I love that. All right. But Team Leo, yeah, definitely new interest coming into play here for you. You might notice that if you're not resonating with things anymore in your life, there could be things you're separating yourself from while you're moving into the new things you're interested in here at this time. Okay, so there could be change of interests showing up here for many of you too. All right, Team Leo, pleasure having you. Thank you for stopping by. Take it if it resonates, guys, of course, and leave it if it doesn't. Now, as we finished up our Leo, we're gonna hop on into the Virgo and see what's going on here for you for mid-July 2023. So what's gonna be going on here for Team Virgo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus throughout mid-July 2023. What information is rolling on in here for the Virgo? Messages for Team Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-July 2023. Let's go ahead and check it out. Starting out with the overall energy, we got a 7 of Pence. Looking at the current energy, the 10 of Cups, or sorry, the 10 of Pence, what you're dealing with, the 2 of Cups, and then taking a look here at the outcome, the Hangman in the upright position. All right, Team Virgo, let's see what's up here for you. So we're starting out here with the 7 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles in the upright position. It does kind of feel to me for you guys that you're in a period of time where you're making good investments, especially good investments that are creating a really good amount of stability. I mean, you got here a 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles in the tarot is usually represented as like the ultimate stability. So I see for some of you, you might be finding a way to really increase your finances tenfold coming into mid-July. This could be the energy of like really feeling like you've hit luck in your career, feeling like you've hit luck in your finances. Maybe some of you guys are playing lotto numbers and hitting a decent number. Okay, that might be the case here for you, but I don't condone any of that. Well, I'm not saying I don't condone it, but I'm not telling you guys to go out there and put your money into lotto tickets. So please, not a financial advisor. Do with your money what it is you will, but don't listen to me, okay? Either way, though, definitely seeing there could be some sort of increase here at this time in reference to your finances. Now, 7 of Pence, that is the energy of seeds that have been planted. So you could be seeing things working out for you. You know, if you've planted a seed for a business, this might be the time here where a business really kicks up. It really starts thriving coming out into mid-July. So that's a really nice thing to see for you. If you planted seeds as well, because 10 of Pentacles can also represent family, this could be the energy for some of you that might be getting a confirmed pregnancy coming into the second half of July. This might be the time where it's like, okay, we're going to be parents now, me and my partner. So that could be very exciting too. I do feel like you have a very supportive family as well that's going to be excited for you. And overall, like I mentioned about the 10 of Pentacles being a family card, it definitely is. It could represent massive improvements in stability on an emotional level with the people you have surrounding you. So friendships can be improving, romantic relationships can be improving, family relationships can be improving. I see an overall level of improvement. Now, looking at what you're dealing with, you got here the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is pretty sweet. I mean, it represents feeling really connected to what you have. I think that Virgos are going to start to recognize coming into the second half of the month that you're at a point in time in your life where you have what you've asked for. And that's a pretty damn good feeling, you know? If you've asked for more financial abundance in your life, that may be coming through for you. If you've asked for more closeness or for health and wealth, right? That may be what's coming in here for you. It's like the things that I've asked for, the things that I've worked for, you're seeing the fruits of your labor coming back to you. So I love that. I really love that, Virgo, for sure. I mean, looking at the outcome here being the Hangman, often a lot of people may look at the Hangman in the tarot and be like, well, wait, this card represents stagnancy, but it's a card that also represents an epiphany. You know what I I'm hearing for you guys, I'm hearing for Virgo that it's like you kind of came to a conclusion of like there are no shortcuts. And that's something that everybody knows, right? And I'm sure that you were aware of that, but I think that it's kind of human nature sometimes to maybe take a bit of a shortcut in hopes that you can get to where you want to go. But at the end of the day, it's like if you want what you want, you have to do the things you got to do, right? It's like if you want to have a more healthy kind of body, you need to eat more healthy, right? There's no shortcuts around that. You know, if you want to gain muscle in the gym, you need to lift all the time. You need to, get a protein shake in you, right? There's no shortcuts there. You got to go to the gym, got to lift them weights, right? So I think that that's kind of the epiphany you're having here with the Hangman being the outcome for you. It's like, I'm getting what I've wanted, but I didn't take the shortcuts to get here, like I planted the seeds, I watered the crops, I put in the work, and I'm here for a reason, and I'm happy about that. So I'm happy for you too, and I'm proud of you, Virgo. Really love this reading for you guys. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Virgo, thank you guys so much for coming out here nonetheless for your mid-July 2023. So we finished up the Virgo. We're going to hop on into the Libra, and we'll go ahead and get it popping. Team Libra, what do we got going on for you for mid-July 2023? So what's going to be showing up here for Team Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout mid-July 2023. What's going to be going on here for the Libra gang? Taking a look here at the overall energy for you. We got here the Page of Pentacles. By the way, guys, I don't do reversals for monthlies or anything like that, so I accidentally shuffled it mixed it up in the shuffling, so don't worry about it if you see it in reverse. But overall energy, Page of Pentacles, current energy, Seven of Wands, what you're dealing with here, the Tower, taking a look here at the outcome, the World card showing up here for you as well. So coming into the overall energy for Libra, we start out here with the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is good. It's a bit of a good start, right? The Page of Pentacles isn't a full commitment. It's not like an Ace of Pentacles. Like an Ace of Pentacles can be accepting a job offer or accepting an offer and like having a full-fledged commitment into it. Page of Pentacles is like dipping your feet in the sand or dipping your feet a little bit in the water, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah, for sure. I mean, taking a look here at what you're dealing with, you got a Seven of Wands coming up here as well. So, sorry, taking a look at the current energy, Seven of Wands. So, Seven of Wands here, Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, kind of feels to me for you, Libra, at this time that it's like you're giving yourself a little bit of an investment into something. I feel like you're still keeping your guard up, though. So, you're not going to fully invest in something yet until you know it's safe. Whether that's a romantic partner, whether it's a job, it's like I need to make sure I'm seeing security here before you're going to get all of my investments. So I think that you are making sure that you give a chance to something, but it needs to be worth it for you. Having a look at what you'll be dealing with here in mid-July, we do have here the Tower. Tower card can represent an epiphany. It could be like a massive awakening. It also could be a card here that represents, though, that a foundation in your life may be breaking down. It might be a foundation that's no longer viable. So I almost kind of feel for you, Libra. You're dodging a bullet coming into mid-July because you're not making a full commitment. You need to see if something's worth it or not. And then when you do invest into it, you kind of start to see that the foundation's pretty rocky. It's not something that's super solid. And I also feel like this foundation ends up crumbling in front of you. So it's like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't make the full investment because at the end of the day, if I would have, then I would have been stuck here with a tower that basically fell to the ground. So looking at the outcome here being the World card here represents that you're happy to close out the cycle and you're happy to move on to something new. I'm almost kind of seeing an energy where it's like maybe somebody's like, Libra, I want to hire you, come work for me. And it's like, okay, like I'll go for an interview, coming into mid-July, just to scout it, just to see what's up. And maybe I'll start working part-time so I can still stay at my other job. And then, you work there for like a week or two or for a little bit. And then suddenly you start seeing like, oh, wait, they're cutting all these staff members. And oh, wait, like this isn't working anymore. Or maybe the company's losing money. And it's like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't make a full-time commitment to this job because if I would have left my current secure job and hopped on into this one, I would have ended up getting out of a job. So I'm kind of glad here. It was a blessing in disguise. Something didn't fully work out. And it's a blessing at the end of the day that I didn't make a full-fledged commitment because it could have had a catastrophic result. And I'm glad that I took some time to really weigh in on whether or not it was worth it. And I'm glad the universe showed me that something else is out there for me that's better. So take that if it resonates. Feel like it was a little bit of an oddball reading, but if it happens to be your story, cool. If not, absolutely no worries, Team Libra. Do enjoy the rest of your July. Thank you very much for coming on by. So we finished up Team Libra. We're going to move on into Scorpio. So give me 1 second, guys, and we'll hop on into it. Jumping on into our Scorpio. Let's go ahead and get it popping. What do we got showing up here for Team Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-July 2023. What's going to be going on here for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac throughout mid-July 2023. Let's go ahead and check it out. Starting out with the overall energy, we got here the Page of Swords. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got the Three of Cups. What you're dealing with here, the Three of Wands, and then the outcome here is going to be the Devil. Okay, Devil is Capricorn energy, so there may be some of you connecting with the Capricorn, or you may have Capricorn somewhere in your chart. But Team Scorpio, we begin here with the Page of Swords. Page of Swords coming in here for you seems to me to be a card about kind of keeping your eye on something. I think that it's about not necessarily stalking, because the Page of Swords can have a reputation in the tarot community sometimes of being like a stalker card. I don't think this is about you stalking people or anything of that nature, but it's about keeping a close eye on something, watching something, you know? I think looking at the current energy here being the Three of Cups, you know, there are definitely some things going on, I think, that are bringing joy and happiness into your life, but sometimes you want to keep a little bit of an open or extra eye on, all right, things are going great here, but I also want to pay attention to some of the other things that might be happening, because I don't want to be just blinded by joy. Life is about balance. There are good times, there are bad times. So I feel like you're trying your best to not get blinded by a joyful energy. I'm pretty sure I mentioned, though, for you guys, when I did your automatic writing part about you guys being in a joyous place, I did tell you to enjoy it, which I want you to. So I'm just throwing that out there, Scorpio. Enjoy your rest of July here, especially if you're in a good place, in a good mood. But I want you to still keep yourself aware of if anything's going on that might not be in your best interest or in your highest vibrational interests, okay? Having a look at what you're dealing with here at this time. Three of Wands coming up here for Scorpio. Yeah, Three of Wands is the energy that represents stagnancy. It could be a card in a way, because I'm kind of hearing with the Three of Wands of like a waste of time. So I think that maybe take some time out in mid-July to analyze and ask yourself, is there anything I am doing that I do feel like is a waste of time? If that happens to be the case for you, you might be noticing that you're removing yourself from those things. I mean, taking a look at the outcome being the Devil, maybe you would consider a waste of time as like video games, right? And video games can be addicting, and the Devil card can be addiction. So maybe it's like, all right, I've been spending maybe too much time on the game. Maybe I should focus more on my work, more on my business, more on my relationship, whatever the case is. You know, if you've been invested in something that has been kind of too much for you or has been distracting you, not only from your happiness, but also from things in life that are genuinely healthy, you might want to watch out for that as well. So what I want to say here for Scorps is that you are definitely looking towards a fantastic month, but I want to mention to you, if there's anything showing up that is what you would consider to be a waste of time or a distraction, I want you to bring that to your awareness and ask yourself, is it worth keeping this distraction around? And is it adding to my happiness, or is it taking away from it? Basically anything right now that's distracting, or anything right now that is creating a waste of time kind of energy. If any of that's taking away from your happiness, this would be the time in mid-July to cut the cord with those types of things and to focus on enjoying what you have going on that's going good for you here at this time, okay? All right, Scorpio, I hope that made sense. It made sense to me, but sometimes I'm not always making sense to other people, so just want to make sure you guys are on the same page with me. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out. It doesn't say don't enjoy your happiness. Enjoy it, live it up, be in a positive, awesome vibe. But if there's anything going on that's distracting you and maybe not adding to your value, don't be afraid to snip it, okay? All right, Team Scorps, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So thank you for coming out. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Now we finished up Scorpio, so we're rolling on into Sagittarius for mid-July. Sagittarius, let's see what's up with you. All right, what do we got going on here for the Saggy? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-July 2023. What do we got going on here for Team Sagittarius? Messages coming up here for Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-July 2023. Having a look here at the overall energy for you, we got here the World card. Current energy is going to be the Page of Swords. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, we got the Ace of Cups, and taking a look at the outcome, we have here the Eight of Pentacles showing up here as well. Now, starting out with the overall energy being the World card typically represents that a cycle has come to a completion and a new cycle is beginning for you. So there's some sort of new beginning I feel at play here for you, jumping into mid-July. Now, with the current energy being the Page of Swords can be a card here of keeping an eye on something, but it also, to me, can be a card personally of feeling a little bit hesitant. So I do get the sense here for Sagittarians, you might be feeling kind of hesitant in a situation. You might be feeling hesitant to do something you love. You might feel hesitant to be invested in someone you love. That could be the case here as well, because I feel like the new beginning you're being guided to definitely has something you're going to love showing up in it, but there's a hesitancy to being invested in it. And I think that that comes from a period of time where you've lost what you've loved in your past. You know what I mean? So like there is a fear here of losing what you love. So almost as a means of self-preservation, it's like looking at the outcome, Eight of Pentacles, I'd rather channel my work and channel my energy into something else, because if I were to channel my energy into something I love, then I'm also going to end up channeling energy into being fearful of losing it. Yeah, that's deep. And I feel that, you know, I've been there before in my life where I'm like, you know, do I really want to put my energy into this relationship? Because I'm going to get attached. I'm going to fall in love with this person. And if we end up breaking up, then I'm going to lose someone I've loved again, because it's happened before. It's happened a few times. But life is about jumping into what is going on in the present moment. If it's good, it's good. Live it up. Enjoy it for as long as you can. Nothing is ever set in stone. Nothing will ever be set in stone. Everything always has the ability to change. But why should you let that stop you from being as present as you can and enjoying the good stuff that's coming here in the present moment? You know, one of the key ways you can kind of avoid the fear of losing what it is you love is by becoming more present within itself. The more you can be present to the moment and enjoying what you have and loving what you have, whether it's a person, place, or thing, the more you're going to kind of push away from fear, because fear is more of the future, right? Fear is anxiety. So it's more about being worried about the future, not necessarily worried about the past or the present. So what I would say to Sagittarians here that resonate with this energy, don't be afraid to channel your love, your happiness, your work into what you love and care about this month, because you know what? Whether or not it sticks, whether or not it stays, it's right here, it's right now, it's right in front of you. Allow yourself to enjoy it. Don't let fear get in the way of that, okay? All right, Team Saggy, sending my love out to you guys. Enjoy the rest of your mid-July and take this read if it resonates. Of course, leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, guys, moving on forward. We're hopping into the Capricorn, Team Cappy. Let's see what's up for mid-July 2023. What's going to be going on here for you? What messages are coming in here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus throughout mid-July 2023. What do we got going on here for the Cappy? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac throughout mid-July 2023. What's going on here for you? Starting out here with the overall energy, we have here the Seven of Cups in the upright. Taking a look here at the current energy. By the way, guys, don't worry about the reversals. I messed up my deck, so bear with me. Every card that I read for the monthlies are always upright, okay? Overall energy, Seven of Cups. Current energy, Four of Pentacles. What you're dealing with here, Knight of Cups. Looking at the outcome, Two of Pentacles showing up here too. So we start out here with the Seven of Cups here for Capricorn. Seven of Cups, to me personally, represents that it could be feeling overwhelmed in your feelings and emotions, but it also could be a card here of having a lot of choices, a lot of opportunities, a lot of things to choose from. All right. But you know what I kind of get here for you, Capricorn? It's like, despite the opportunity you have, you are still holding on to one thing in specific. Maybe you're worried if you were to let go of this and not make it such a priority, you would eventually end up losing what you're holding on to. So maybe that's why you're a little afraid to branch out, or you're worried to branch out, is something that I may be seeing for you guys at this time. Maybe the Four of Pentacles for some of you represents a comfortable amount of money, and maybe you have all these opportunities to invest that money. Maybe it's about investing it in a home, investing it in a car, and it's like, I don't know, man, if I spend this money, am I ever going to see it again? Am I ever going to get back to this number of where I'm at? So there's anxiety here of losing something showing up in mid-July, when there's opportunity that's all around you to expand what it is you're already holding on to. So this is opportunity to make more money with the money you have. This is the opportunity to create more love in the friendships you already have, you know? So I do see lots of opportunity showing up for you, but fear of going after those opportunities because what if I lose it all, you know? Looking at what you're dealing with though, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a card here that does represent the energy of stability. I think stability and security right now is the key for you in your life. It is what you've been focusing on as much as you can, especially when it comes to financial security. Capricorns and earth signs as a whole do harp on the earthly kind of vibe, right? The earthly kind of energy when it comes to security. So financial security is a big thing that, you know, a lot of earth signs can focus on. So, I mean, if you are at that point, you could be really fearful of spending your money, but at the same time, if you invest it the right ways, you can see it grow. So I want you to be mindful of that too. Basically coming at the outcome here, looking at it for mid-July, you're kind of at a standstill with the Two of Pentacles. It's like, I don't know, I'm stuck, you know? I might have a lot of opportunity around me, but I just don't want to lose what I have, so I think I'm kind of holding myself back and stuck when it comes to making a move. You know, maybe right now you have the opportunity to move out, maybe get a home, but it's like, do I want to save money and stay where I am, or do I want to have more comfort in a new home? You know, do I want to invest money into a business that I'm going to start, or should I just keep on working at my 9 to 5 and not even worry about starting up a business or a company or something of that nature? So at the end of the day, you know, whatever it is that you guys are holding on to, that's what's going to cripple your growth. I feel like that's the blunt way to put it and the best way I can. It's like whatever you continue to hold on to, Capricorn, that is what will cripple your growth. Whatever you hold on to, it'll remain there. It'll be the same. But if you are interested in growth and expansion, it is time to let go of that energy of holding on to whatever this is. And it's time to go ahead and invest in the opportunity you have that's right in front of you. Okay? All right, though, Cappies. Guys, of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But another way to kind of conclude this reading for you guys as well, too, is like automatically I just heard scarcity mindset versus abundance mindset. Okay. So I think that that's one thing that I want to make you aware about here as well, because it does feel like holding on, right? As tightly as you can, afraid to let go. That is the energy of a scarcity mindset. But the abundance mindset is like, I can let go of whatever it is I have, because more will come back to me in the future. So I almost kind of want to recommend here too, that maybe you guys can look into that, the scarcity and the abundance mindset, maybe do some research on it, see if it resonates with you. You might find some really cool tips and stuff like that. If you Google it, YouTube it, watch videos on the topic, I think that that actually really could be to your benefit, guys, this month too. So don't be afraid to kind of research that and check out some videos on that idea. Okay. All right, though, Capricorn, with that all being said, though, of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for coming out here nonetheless. Okay. All right, Cappy, moving on forward, we're hopping on into Team Aquarius. Let's see what's going on here for you for your second half of July. So what's going to be up here for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout mid-July 2023, what's coming up here for Aqua? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout mid-July, we did have a flip card come out. And that flip card here is the Four of Cups. So take this as a pre-message, if you will. Four of Cups does represent ignoring a person or ignoring a situation. It definitely can be a card here of not accepting opportunities or basically telling somebody no. I get that feeling here for you. So Aquarius, you might be turning down something coming into mid-July, or you might be ignoring something as a whole. Maybe it's just not something you're interested in. So you might be shifting your attention to other things. And it might be other things that, or how do I say this? By you shifting your attention to other things, some people might not be so happy with that idea. Whether those people are friends, family members, or lovers, I kind of get the feeling here that if you're choosing to focus on what you want to focus on, but you're not focusing on what other people want you to focus on, they're creating some kind of drama around it. So I would say be careful with that. It's your life. Put your focus where you want it, and don't let other people bother you. Okay? Point blank, period. All right, though, guys, moving on forward, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves 2 more shuffles, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully, we'll be looking at some pretty awesome stuff for Team Aquarius. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, overall energy for you. We got here the Three of Cups. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the Justice card, what it is you're dealing with. 6 of Wands showing up for you. And then taking a look at the outcome for your mid-month, we have here the Knight of Swords showing up here for you guys as well. So taking a look here into your mid-July, 3 of Cups here to the Justice card. kind of feels to me for you, Aquarius, that you're in a space and time right now where there is a lot of things to be happy about and to rejoice. There is a lot of balance coming into your life here too, but a lot of that came from how you decided to choose to lead and to live your life. This is about your life choices and what you've chosen to do. Seeing the Six of Wands show up here for you represents that you're on the right path, and most importantly, you are on a path of success. But that path of success didn't come from thin air. It came from what you've decided to do with your life. And I kind of feel like this correlates to the message that I previously channeled for you, where I was telling you about how maybe other people want you to do what they want you to do, and it's not so much about what you want to do. But if you took your life and you lived it based upon what other people wanted you to do, you wouldn't be living a life of the success that you've built for yourself. And who knows, even if you'd be living a life of success based upon other people bringing in their own sense of control and projection. So you're at a point here, Aquarius, jumping into mid-July, where it's like, I'm grateful and happy I chose my direction, my path, my choices, because it turned out to be a really happy ending to a beautiful story. Hell yeah, guys, look at that. Turned out to be a really happy ending to a beautiful story. So I feel here for you guys, I'm happy with the action I'm taking. I'm continuing to take action, looking at the outcome, Knight of Swords. Happy with the action I'm taking. I'm continuing to take action, and I'm going to keep on doing my thing going forward, because guess what? It's worked out pretty dang well so far, so I'm going to continue to keep on doing it. Aquarius, love it. I honestly feel really positive vibes as a whole for the next, rest here of your mid-July 2023. Yeah, this is the energy of keep on doing you, because you know what? It's freaking working, okay? Beautiful, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, Team Aqua, for stopping on by. All right, guys, moving on into our last but not least zodiac for mid-July 2023. Team Pisces, let's see what's going on here for the fish for your next 2 weeks, if you will. Let's go ahead and see what's up, okay? What do we got showing up here for Pisces, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus throughout mid-July 2023. What's going to be going on here for the fish? Messages coming up here for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus zodiac throughout mid-July 2023. All right, Pisces, we're going to get one more shuffle, and let's go ahead and get started. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we have here the Five of Swords. Taking a look here at the current energy, the Three of Swords, what you're dealing with, the Two of Wands, and then the outcome for you, Piscean, is going to be the Four of Pentacles in the upright position. So we begin your reading here with the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can be challenging kind of energies. So you may feel like you're dealing with challenging times or challenging energies. This could also be, though, fighting for yourself and fighting for what it is you believe in. I do definitely get the feeling here with the Three of Swords showing up as the current energy. If there has been any sort of pain you've been undergoing, or any sort of pain that has been coming up for you coming into mid-July, this is the time where you're fighting and you're standing up for yourself. It's the recognition too of like, I kind of realized I didn't deserve a lot of the things that I've experienced, that I've kind of just accepted as it is what it is. Sometimes it isn't what it is. Sometimes it's very undeserved what you've gone through. And this isn't the energy of making yourself a victim by saying, hey, going through this kind of fucking sucked. You know what I mean? I think sometimes people are very quick to be like, oh, you're just being a victim. And it's like, no, I'm a fucking human with feelings. And I feel like that's what you're going to be honing in on and really honoring coming into the month here of mid-July. Because it's like, listen, I've let a lot of stuff slide maybe that wasn't me standing up for myself, that wasn't a positive attribute for me. You know, maybe you've let a lot of things slide that created a lot of pain in your life. So I feel like you're getting to that point where you're realizing, I'm not going to let that happen anymore. I'm not going to let people make me feel bad about having my own personal feelings or feeling hurt for situations I've gone through. You know, being a water sign myself, being a Cancer sun, Cancer rising, you know, I come across tons of people who are like, oh, you're just so sensitive. And I'm like, okay, and you're just a dick. At the end of the day, I think that sometimes people can have a tough time not realizing that they're not only being insensitive, but at the same time, they are causing pain. And that's not necessarily something that's okay. So Pisces, I love that you're standing up for yourself. It's a really beautiful energy. And I'm happy to see that you're not just taking somebody else's crap, especially when they try to gaslight you into pretending that, oh, just because I hurt your feelings doesn't mean you should be hurt. No, if you hurt my feelings, I have a right to feel hurt. Having a look at what you're dealing with, Pisces. Two of Wands, opening up new doors into your life. New doorways coming in here for you. These new doorways is essentially your new POV, your new point of view, your new perception of the way you plan on living your life going forward. I'm not going to live my life letting people steamroll me or letting people do what it is that they please, and I should just take it as it is what it is. I'm living my life standing up for myself. So I feel like the Two of Wands is opening up a new door in how you're going to basically express yourself and stand up for yourself as time continues to progress. And looking at the outcome here being the Four of Pentacles, I think you're also recognizing here too, coming at the ending of the month, Four of Pentacles here says, I need to protect myself. Standing up for myself is one of those ways to protect myself. But ultimately here too, Four of Pentacles I'm feeling intuitively is like, I'm going to continue to do my best to make a really good judge of character in reference to people that are in my life, because I'm not going to tolerate and allow anybody anymore to come in and do the things that maybe other people previously had. Like I said, maybe gaslight you into pretending that you shouldn't be upset when they did something to upset you and stuff like that. So Four of Pentacles here says, in another form of protection, I'm going to make sure I'm a good judge of character of other people. And I'm definitely going to make sure here that if there's anybody in my life I don't want to hold on to, then I'm not going to have an issue having any trouble or anything of that nature letting them go. If there are people in my life who are not serving me, I'm not going to have any sort of trouble letting those people go. So Pisces, major changes showing up here for you. I definitely feel like this was influenced by the new moon in Cancer we recently had, and I love seeing you stand up for yourself and taking back your power, especially when it comes to your emotions. Really beautiful stuff, guys. Sorry for those of you that were dealing with people like this, though. Those people are pains in the ass, okay? I've dealt with people like that plenty of times in my life. They're a pain in the butt, but you know what? Good on you guys for standing on your legs, for sure, okay? All right, my beautiful fish, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But guys, Pisces, thank you so much for coming out here nonetheless. Really appreciate it. And with that all being said, guys, thank you everybody for coming out here to your mid-July 2023 tarot reading. I do hope you enjoyed it. If it was a fun and awesome time, hit that like button. Let me know down in the comments down below. If there's any way you want to support me, always dropping a like, a comment, and if you're new here, subscribing, that definitely helps out. If anybody here does want to subscribe, I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. So if you're interested, definitely feel free to. I did want to mention before I close off, if you are interested in personal readings, products, and so much more, check out my website, guys. If you want to participate in the summer sale, use code SUMMER23 for 20% off on a 15-minute personal reading with me. That information is going to be in the first link in the description below to get over into my website. But guys, I love you dearly. Have a great rest of your July, and I'm going to catch everybody in the next video. Much love to my soul family. Guys, take care and have yourselves a good one. Later, everybody, and peace.